people are overpaying for food without even realizing it, when there are actually a ton of ways to get it either free or way cheaper if you know where to look. And while some of these hacks can save you a ton of money, there are also some major changes rolling out right now in stores that you need to watch out for. Some are red flags and other methods are just pure genius. So in this video, we're breaking down the ones that actually save you good money and what to avoid. As usual, I'll be reading some of your comments in today's video, so if you want to be in the next one, definitely make sure to drop your thoughts down below.
The grocery shopping hack that's going to change your life. Groceries for a week without a list, and we're going to save you money. It's called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 shopping method. I start with 5 vegetables. Here's the beauty of this hack. It works if you're feeding one or an army. Just pick your favorites. Any protein you want is going to work there. You're going to pick 4. Lots of good deals to be had in the freezer section. You can save big on frozen beef and fish. Now you're going to want to pick out 3 fruits. Again, frozen is a deal. And a little slippery. Now 2 starches and 2 breads. You're gonna be shocked at the combinations you can make just by choosing your favorite things. Most important pick of all, 1 sweet treat. And yes, that's my laundry basket. It makes shopping at Costco a lot easier.
That is not a bad idea with the shopping basket, especially until you get to the front and you try to leave and they take everything out of your shopping basket and throw it in your cart so that they can count up how many items there are so that you're not stealing. Happens every time, even if I stack it neatly or put it in shopping bags beforehand. They always do it. Anywho, it's a great idea. However, I would kind of tweak one thing. The whole 5 vegetable things, she bought all non-frozen vegetables. And if that works in your household, by all means, but in mine, that stuff, especially Costco size bulk, will go bad so fast. So I would get 1, 2 max, and the rest I would just get frozen because for the most part, it tastes the same. But it beats it, spoiling or going bad and having to throw it out. Anywho, as you guys know, this is a series, a multi-part series, and we've done several of these episodes on the channel. So if you haven't seen the previous episodes, highly recommend you check them out. And that's where I actually got one of these comments from. And if you guys want to get featured in the next episode, definitely make sure to drop your comment down below. Somebody said, there was an episode of How It's Made where they discussed canning corn. At the end of the process, they store the canned corn in storage until a company places an order, and then their label will be applied. So no name brand corn is the same as 74 off-brand corn, 74-cent off-brand corn. Think about that with other things in the grocery store. So did they just say, so name brand corn is the same, as 74-cent off-brand corn? Yeah, that's probably how a lot of these products are in the store, or off-brand ones, or store brand bought stuff. That's why I like shopping at Aldi's and Lidl, because it's essentially all the same stuff. One is just marketed differently. You're paying for the label. You're paying for the marketing. That's why things are more expensive, because they're trying to make their money back through the advertising that they spent. If you guys have ever stepped foot in an Aldi's or a Lidl, it's funny. They're pushing the envelope with this stuff now. But I've noticed a lot of they got, Poppy, or they have off-brand Poppy. They have off-brand, Monster Energy drinks, I think, and Red Bulls taste exactly the same. I think it's called Gridlock. The cans look the same, but it is a fraction of the price. I'm talking $1, and it's essentially identical. So it's a great way to save money.
I heard that if you go to a pizza shop right before they close and ask for their waste, they'll give you whatever they're gonna throw away for free. So I'm going to 3 different pizza spots, ask for their waste, and see who'll give it to me for free. All right, first up, we got Pizza Hut. I wanted to ask if you guys have any waste that I can have.
We don't give away.
Okay. Yeah, they throw it out.
Next up, we got Domino's. I was gonna ask, do you guys have any waste that I can have?
Waste?
Yeah. Okay.
There's a little bit of slice already taken out of it.
I think that's fine. Thank you so much. All right, lastly, we got Little Caesars. Is it possible for me to have the waste? Yeah, I can.
Ooh, got it. 2 out of 3.
Thank you so much.
Yup.
Pizza like this at the end of the night.
Pizza. I think this all used to do, like, it was more common until, like, the Too Good To Go app came out, which is still a great deal if you guys haven't used that before. But I don't think anyone beats waste more than Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme, I have made videos on, like, dumpster diving where people have checked the dumpsters behind Krispy Kreme and filled to the brim with donuts. I even went into Krispy Kreme one time and I watched them package the donuts. I'd say for every one that makes it into the box and gets sold, there's like 25 that goes straight into the bin, right into the dumpster. I have no idea why they do it, but if you haven't seen that video on the dumpster diving, it's eye-opening. Highly recommend you check it out. I want to talk about something real for a second, because no matter how dialed in you are financially, stuff still comes up. You can be budgeting, saving, doing everything right, and then out of nowhere, life hits you with something before payday. And I know on this channel, I talk a lot about avoiding debt, and that still stands. The goal is always to stay out of it. But if you're already in a situation where you need help bridging a gap, I'd much rather you use something like this than turn to the typical alternatives that can make things way worse. That's actually why I like what Clover is doing. It's why we've worked with them before and why they are today's sponsor. Clover is an earned wage access app that lets you access up to $400 before payday, no interest, no credit checks, and no late fees. So instead of digging yourself deeper, it's a way to handle short-term situations without getting trapped financially. And honestly, I see it as more of a tool than anything else. Not something you rely on every day, but something you have in your back pocket for emergencies, which we know come up. And I know what a lot of you are thinking, how does an app like that even make money? And that was my question too. And their answer was pretty cool. You see, they partner with brands inside the app, and if you want your advance instantly, instead of waiting a few days, there's a small fee, but there's no monthly membership required just to use it. So whether it's a car repair, groceries, rent, or just something unexpected, it gives you that flexibility without the stress of fees stacking up. So if you're short on cash, you can access up to $400 with no credit checks or late fees with the Clover app. Make sure to click the link in the video description to sign up. This way they know that I sent you. And again, huge thanks to Clover for sponsoring today's episode. Publix gives you a gallon of ice cream for free on your birthday. It's actually funny because I moved to Florida for 4 years. I just moved to North Carolina now, and there's Publix over here too. But if you sign up to their website or to their app, their store, whatever, you can get a free, it's not even a gallon anymore. It's like a partial gallon. You know what I mean? Like that's a whole deceptive thing with shrinkflation. You get a gallon of ice cream or a free cake on your birthday every single year.
Another day, another prepared food bag from Whole Foods.
$10.
This one's pretty heavy. This is $9.99.
That's a steal.
Let's see what we got. I hope I get something I can eat for dinner tonight that I like. Oh, okay. Urban Remedy, we got one of these drinks.
Wow,
Like 2
it
weeks
paid
ago.
for itself
This is a
right
different
there.
one, though. Slender Greens.
Oh my gosh.
Last but not least,
Max out?
macaroni and cheese.
Oh.
My favorite. Oh my god.
Could
this
not
stuff
tell.
is so good. This is.
What? Oh. Okay.
It is 1.59 pounds of mac and cheese.
$15?
Usually $15.88. God, this stuff is so good. If you haven't got your hands on Whole Foods mac and cheese, try it. I bet it's Best Buy today. Yeah. But yeah, all these things last a few more days in the fridge. So
You can also freeze it.
if you're weirded out by it, don't get it. Also, I get some people saying like, "Oh, I only got 3 things in my bag." That's because each of the things were probably $10, so they only need to put $30 worth in the bag. So, I just say like, yeah, I like my location. So all of this for $10. What do you think?
I think it's a great deal, but I definitely think there's a like Whole Foods tax that's put on essentially everything you buy in that store. In what world is like a pound of mac and cheese over $15? That's insane. But aside the point, Too Good To Go is an awesome app. I think it's great, and it is an awesome way to kind of save money and kind of help out at the same time, because a lot of these stores end up throwing the foods out anyway. But I have gone to the Whole Foods one several times, and it's a good bargain. It's a good deal. I've done a lot of local ones too. You kind of get some better stuff. Bagel stores, pizza places, even like sort of buffet or delis, anything where there's like high turnover on the food and they end up throwing it out. You can get a ton of food for essentially just a couple of bucks. It's a great hack. Someone says, hopefully you're hungry today. No, that's not true. You can freeze majority of the stuff and it'll be totally fine. You take it out of the freezer, you microwave it. It could be a couple weeks from now. It's going to be totally cool. As someone who works at Whole Foods, our prep foods are short dated by 2 days. So you have a few extra days past what the date actually says. There you go.
This is how I get free food all year round, and it's super easy. Step 1, I downloaded a ton of food apps. Literally every single one I could think of. If I missed any, please let me know. Step number 2, I spread my birthdays at each restaurant throughout the entire year, and I keep track of it all on one sheet. Step number 3, just cash in your free birthday food. It's pretty simple. Some places will do a free dessert. Some places do a free drink, and some do food. You're wasting money not doing this. It's so easy.
He actually might be onto something, but he almost has this down to a science. He's got like 3 separate pages filled with food apps. And not only that, he's got them color-coded in the rainbow. I have never seen that before. Someone says, but don't they look at your ID to verify? Nope. I have never had one in all my years of existence ID me. And obviously, I've never gone to that extreme. But it got to a point where I had made, and hopefully they don't come after me for this, probably not, but years ago when what is it, maybe they still do it, I think it was Moe's. Yeah, Moe's used to give out a free burrito for your birthday. I had created like 5 emails and I was getting like one every couple of months, and I was going to the same one. So if you want to spread it out, it's probably a better idea. But the turnover too at some of these restaurants, I'm sure the employees aren't going to remember who you are. Someone says, homeless people taking cardboard notes. Yeah, this is like one of the first ideas that I had thought of when I was younger. If like I was not doing too hot and I was homeless, and apparently now most homeless people have cell phones, this would be what I would do. You might as well. A couple of hours of signing up for some stuff, and it's essentially free food almost every day of the year. It's incredible.
This is how I meal prep $264 worth of salmon, ground beef, chicken, and steaks for the entire month to feed my family of 5. I like to get my meats from Costco and the US Chef Store. I start by slicing my salmon into 4 equal sections and storing them in Ziploc bags. I buy my ground beef from Costco since they usually have the best price, and I weigh it out into 1-pound portions using a kitchen scale so that I have consistent portions for every recipe. A very important step when you're bulk prepping meat is to make sure you're sanitizing everything in between meats. I will use soap and hot water as well as my hypochlorous acid spray to prevent cross-contamination between proteins. I have been making my own ground chicken the last few months, and I'll never buy it from the store again. I like to use the boneless chicken thighs for this, and it's the freshest and best tasting ground chicken I've ever tried. I also portion these out into 1-pound baggies. Now for my steaks, I have been going to the US Chef Store to buy my beef in bulk. This month I decided to try the viral chuck roll hack to cut my steaks, and I was not disappointed. For about $4 a pound and a little bit of butchery skills, I was able to not only get steaks, but so much more meat than I was expecting. For a grand total of $264, I was able to get 15 solid steaks, 2 chuck roasts, 1 flat iron steak, 3 portions of stew meat, 7 pounds of ground chicken, 7 pounds of ground beef, 4 portions of salmon, and 1 pack of chicken breast that is still in my freezer.
See, I am not a big red meat person. I have heard too much back and forth as to whether it's healthy or not. But meal prepping your food and buying in bulk is almost always a better option than buying for convenience or paying for convenience. What I mean by that is when you buy things already prepped out, you buy pre-cut fruit compared to buying a whole pineapple or a whole melon or watermelon, you are always paying more for the convenience. So if you are on a budget or trying to save money, it is almost always a better idea to buy the entire thing or in bulk, prep it yourself, and you will end up saving more money in the long run.
You can easily save money on all of your groceries, and I mean all of them. I mean everything from meat to fresh produce, you should be saving money on it. I'm going to tell you about 2 apps that are going to make this really easy for you. If this isn't content that you need, I'm still asking you, please do all the stuff over here so it gets to the people that need it. Now, the first app is Flip. Flip is an app that doesn't cost you anything, and I don't get anything from you downloading it. You just download it and you tell it your zip code. Once your zip code's in there, you can search for whatever groceries you're looking for. So for instance, I can search for chicken, and it's going to show me all of the ads for my area and the price of chicken. I can scroll down, and if I do, I can see that I can actually get chicken for $1.99 if I'm willing to go to Shop and Save. And for that price on chicken, I'm willing to go to Shop and Save. The second app is called Flash Food, and Flash Food is an outlet for stores to get rid of their short-dated products, their baked goods, their produce, their meats that are short-dated. They're down to a day. Maybe today's their last day. They heavily mark down these items, and they put them on Flash Foods. Again, all you do is download the app. It doesn't cost a thing. You let it know your location, and it shows you the stores in your area. As you can see here, there's cheesecake, there's meat, there's all kinds of things that I could buy from my local stores. Look, this is my community, and I'm feeling really down at the prospect of kids going without food. If you could let us know in the comments any money-saving tips that you have for fresh foods, I would really appreciate it. Also, it would be uplifting to me if you could let me know in the comments if I've ever helped you. And as always, have the day you deserve.
I thought he was going to show us those like rebate manufacturing, like coupon apps where they give you manufacturer rebates and then you can, get additional points in the app or you get a coupon or something like that. No, this is even better. Those are like spin-offs of Too Good To Go. And I don't know why I've never heard of these sooner. Those are actually genius, and I'm going to check them out right after this video. Also, on that note that he mentioned, if you guys like seeing videos like this and want to see more food-saving videos or just overall less consumption de-influencer style videos, definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers, and once we do, I'm going to be doing a really big giveaway. I think probably $1,000 to give back to you guys, hopefully to help you go towards, I don't know, getting some groceries, getting out of debt, or whatever bills you might have coming up. So if it's not too much to ask, just hit that subscribe button down below. Beware of the stores with the digital price tags. They're likely using these digital price tags so that they can use an algorithm and introduce surge pricing. Now, this is freaky, and I have yet to see a store that has this, but I have seen them on TikTok being advertised, Walmart in specific. But now, if they can instantly change the prices of things, or if they know, after 5 p.m., that's when people go shopping when they're home from work, or, on the weekends, people have time to go shopping. Let's surge the prices up. That's where things can take a dark turn, and you have to be prepared. Let me know if you've seen these around in your area, and let me know what stores you might have seen them in so we can inform all each other and keep us aware of what's going on.
Oh my God. 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 Oh
Walmart.
My God. Oh my God.
How did I know?
God. Oh my
Unreal. Look up dynamic pricing. Companies can change the price of items based on the time of day, inventory, demand. This is not good. No, it's not good at all. But my brain is, my ADHD or whatever, OCD brain is going off topic here. I had an idea once as a kid growing up. I wanted to open a restaurant, kind of like a stock market restaurant, where the foods that I served, the prices were based on not so much the time of day, but on the demand of it. So if lots of people wanted the burger on the menu, that would go up in price. Everything else, that people weren't ordering would go down. And essentially the market controlled the prices of everything. Thought it was a cool idea. Maybe I should have done it.
I recently visited Whole Foods Market in San Antonio, Texas, and I discovered something super cool that will change the way we do grocery shopping. This is the Amazon Dash Cart, which is a smart cart and a digital assistant for your grocery trip, and it lets you skip the checkout lines altogether. You simply scan and bag items as you put them in the cart, use the built-in scale to weigh produce and other loose items. There's no need to unload and reload at checkout, plus it calculates the total price for you in real time with the live receipt. The Dash Cart has a touchscreen display with your shopping list, store map, and even nearby products and deals. This was the fastest and most efficient way I've ever done grocery shopping. Check out the link in my bio to find a Dash Cart location near you to give it a try for yourself.
It's crazy that they would invest that much money into a shopping. Have you seen the shopping carts at Walmart? They're destroyed beyond belief. They are absolutely destroyed. So to be investing hundreds of dollars now into touchscreen shopping carts is insane, but it might look all, rainbows and sunshine on the surface, but there's something deep, dark, and mysterious going on underneath it, and I don't think it's in our favor. Talk about data tracking now. talk about the amount of information they can read off of people when they go shopping. I bet you have to, or probably log in or connect your account, your profile to the shopping cart. And now it's going to collect as much data as possible about you, about your habits, about what you like, what you dislike. It's going to recommend things for you. It's going to put advertisements up of things you should get. And it's just going to be one step closer of figuring out how to essentially make more money off of you.
10 amazing grocery hacks you need in your life. Hack number 1, gently push the apple stem. If it snaps, the apple is older. If it bends, it's fresh and crisp. Hack 2,
cool.
long stem banana are often less sweet, but the short stem ones are usually much sweeter. Hack 3, you don't need to take that whole bag of the grapes. Just pick as many or as few as you want since they're sold by the pounds.
If they're sold by the pound, not always. So don't be sticking your hands and changing some of the grape stuff. Some of them are sold by the pack, at least at Costco and some other places. And if you do that, you're just screwing the next person.
4, bell pepper with 4 bumps is sweeter, so it's usually used in salads, while bell pepper with 3 bumps is less sweet and often used for cooking. Hack number 5, don't check the freshness by looking at the top when buying berries. You need to flip the container. If any stick to the bottom or liner, it could be moldy or going bad. Hack number 6, if the green lines on the watermelon are thin, it's usually not sweet, but if the lines are thicker, it's sweet and ready to eat. Hack number 7, if the orange is uneven on top, it's usually less juicy and not as sweet, while the round ones are juicier and sweeter. 8, if the garlic roots are white, it's bleached and have less flavor, but if the roots are brown, the garlic is tasty and delicious. Hack 9, striped apples usually have great crunch and sweetness, but the ones without stripes tend to be drier and not that sweet. Hack number 10, when buying oranges, pay attention to the navel because the ones with small navels have thin peel and are more sweet and juicy. Follow for more.
Somebody go and fact check everything she said, because I'm not sure I believe half of that.
This is an entire aisle in the grocery store of unedible food. What I mean by unedible is it's bioengineered to link unconscious parts of your brain with a reward system that makes you crave these foods.
This is true.
Which this large list of ingredients right here, you can call it addiction or dependency, but this large list of ingredients is what is causing the problems. Now, if you live in the United States of America, you can see this aisle is a bunch of snacks and then just pure bread carbohydrate. The rest of this aisle is some sort of caffeine and or tea, and then we have peanut butters and sugars. Out of every peanut butter on the entire shelf, you have this one, which is one ingredient.
Crazy.
Not bioengineered. You come across the other American companies and you see hydrogenated vegetable oil, but really, there's your sugar, oil, salt. The sugar, oil, salt you can see in potato chips, which in this case carbohydrates, oil, salt, or in something with a larger list of ingredients, oil, salt, sugar. These taste really great to your taste buds, but don't feed your gut bugs. So when a lot of people ask the question, why are Americans so, American? It's our diets.
Sure is. They're called soft palate foods, and they've been bioengineered by food scientists to hit the reward center in your brain and make you more hungry, crave it more, and eat it more, because essentially that's the whole point, to get you to buy more of it. And the more of that stuff in your diet, the hungrier you're going to be. So when it comes time for food shopping, it's also more than likely cheaper to stick with whole foods, but you will feel more satiated if you stick with whole, real ingredient foods than the fake bioengineered stuff that is meant to keep you hungry. As someone who has worked at a grocery store for 3 years, we have plenty of tricks to encourage extra shopping. The vast majority of shopping carts are filled with snacks. There you go. Chips, popcorn, fruit bars, cereal, and so on. And a combination of frozen meals and already prepared meals, which of course will kill any grocery budget. I can budget myself to about $270, $300 per month and still enjoy higher quality meats, cheeses, and veggies. The only way you will ever save money is learning how to cook, not overindulging in snacks and avoiding the flashing packaged items. Yeah, again, that is paying for convenience if you buy these ready-made meals. There's a time and a place for it, but if you make it your norm, it's habit forming, you will have a very hard time reducing your spending habits when it comes to food. So if you can cook at home, it is always the number one way of saving money when it comes to food. Cook at home. And I don't want to hear it because I've had friends that say this to me. I don't know how to cook. They're like engineers or scientists. And then they tell me, oh, I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to do it. Are you kidding me? Figure it out or you'll go hungry.
As someone who doesn't cook or buy groceries, I still try to make food as affordable as possible in my life. And believe it or not, for about half of my meals, I use food delivery apps to actually save money. I've kind of figured out the art of hacking these food delivery apps, so I wanted to share everything that I've learned. First of all, I recommend having all of the food delivery apps so that you can go on all of them and see which ones are offering the best deals at that point in time. For lunch today, for example, I went on DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats and just checked my local restaurants to see if any of them had promos, and I saw that this Thai place had 30% off up to $8. Got a lunch special that would have been $17 for about $11.50. And that promo was only on DoorDash. I didn't see it on Grubhub and I didn't see it on Uber Eats. My second tip is to only order where you can get discounted or as close to that number as possible. So for today, for example, it was 30% off up to $8. So I didn't want to order anything past that $8 threshold. In other words, over like $27. If I ordered $30, that last $3 wouldn't have gotten any discount. Similarly, if there's a discount that's like spend $12, get $5 back, you want to spend as close to $12 as possible. You don't want to spend $30, for example, then the $5 discount isn't that great.
This is also very true. So I haven't done it in a while, but and it was because there wasn't that many great deals going on where I lived in Florida, but I haven't checked it out here in North Carolina, and I will. But when I was on Long Island, there were so many like BOGO buy one get one deals on Uber Eats. So essentially, what you do as a way to hack it, let's say there was a buy one get one burrito, and it was like $12. So what I would do is do the BOGO, and instead of having it delivered, because then you have to pay delivery fees and tip, I would go pick it up. And I don't even know, because I've looked into this extensively, I don't even think it's the restaurant that's offering the buy one get one. I think it is, or it can be, Uber Eats offering a promo to get people and incentivize people to spend money on their app. Just like, I don't know, TikTok Shop offering discounts to people through TikTok Shop, not the actual store or seller, because I've looked at the receipt afterwards directly from, the restaurant, and it shows on their end that I paid for 2 burritos for like $40, or let's say it was $28, when in reality I only paid $12 or $13, and I got 2 meals for the price of 1, which is crazy because they're not offering a buy one, get one in stores. So you can only get the deal on Uber Eats. But that's going to be it for today's video. Those are some of the tips and tricks. I'm sure we'll make another part or another episode in the series here. If you guys have any other tips or tricks, definitely make sure to drop them down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, definitely make sure to subscribe, smash the like button, turn on post notifications if you haven't already. And if you haven't seen the previous grocery hacks and food savings episode, definitely make sure to check it out right after this. Peace.